I'm not exactly sure when Razer decided to stop using snake names, but this is the Razer Imperator. As the Death Adder's body was based off of the 3.0, the Imperator's body is based off of the MX518. Mouse 1 and 2 are Razer's practical hyper response buttons. Mouse 3 and 4 are on the side and they are adjustable. You can move them forward or back depending on your hand size. The scroll wheel is a typical light-up scroll wheel. There's two more buttons near the scroll wheel that adjust DPI. To be completely honest, this mouse feels more like the MX518 than the Death Adder felt with the 3.0. As for the sensor, it uses a 3.5G laser. Though lasers have improved in the recent years, I'd still stay away from them. Here you can see I have the most up-to-date firmware, 1.13. The higher the DPI, the more this first problem will affect you, so here. I'm going to increase the DPI to 1800, and then I'm just going to lift up the mouse and put it back down, and lift it up and put it back down. This is the most common problem that people seem to experience with this mouse. As you can see, every time I place it back down, the cursor will go down and to the right. Okay, now I'm going to put it at 400 DPI and show you again. It's not as noticeable, but you'll see. Okay, so now let's test if this mouse has prediction. This mouse does not allow you to toggle it on and off. It just defaults off. But to be completely honest, if you're going to go for this mouse, instead of an MX518, you're probably going to it because you don't want prediction. Now for what I think is the biggest problem. This one will only really affect you really low sense players that need to pick up and reposition your mouse back into the middle of the mouse pad. Now I am a low sense player, and when I was playing Quake I noticed this problem more than anything. As I make movements, I often reposition. As I do so, occasionally it'll skip, but only after a lift. So if I lift my mouse a lot because I have very low sensitivity, which I do, maybe 1 in 5 lifts it'll skip. Now this is really just a problem laser mice have. The good news though is that this mouse does not seem to have the inconsistencies that the Xi has. The 3.5G laser has actually been tweaked to the point where it's very nice and very consistent. The only problem is, if you lift it and place it down a lot, you skip occasionally. Now the max DPI is 5600 and the min DPI is 100. You can toggle the hertz between 125, 500, and 1000. The sensor position is in the center and the mouse feet are made out of Teflon. I will add the specs in the underbar, which may someday be in the sidebar again, or in the future maybe the overbar. And good luck with your future purchases.